Hi macro students, Miss Griffith here. Today I'm going over topic 4.3, definition, measurement, and functions of money. Money makes our lives a lot easier for a lot of different reasons. The first reason is we would have to be bartering for our goods and services if we didn't have money. All right. This is where goods and services are traded directly. There is no money exchanged. So, say I needed to pay for a babysitter, maybe I would offer in exchange an hour of tutoring or something like that. But what happens if the babysitter doesn't want my tutoring? Then it's a little bit harder. So money's easy. Everyone wants money because money is accepted everywhere. So it kind of solved a lot of our problems. Two of the biggest problems with bartering: before trade could occur, each trader would have to have something the other wanted. This is called the double coincidence of wants. So for that example I just gave, I'm willing to tutor in exchange for a babysitter. Well, what if the babysitter doesn't need tutoring? Then she or he is not going to babysit. Okay? It's the same thing. What if I grow tons of zucchini in my backyard and I need to see the dentist? Well, the dentist is going to have to need or want these zucchinis in order to allow me to have an appointment with him or her. Also, some goods cannot be split. If a goat is commonly worth 5 chickens, well, how do you exchange it if you want only 1 chicken? It's hard to cut the goat into fifths. So bartering caused some problems. It just seems a lot harder than having a form of money that is acceptable for everything and everyone knows, okay, this is how much I'm willing to pay a babysitter. There's a going rate to pay a babysitter. There's a going rate to pay a tutor and things like that. Okay, so an example, a doctor might accept only certain goods, so you need to find what the doctor wants in order to get his help. So I have zucchini. Well, maybe I know the doctor really wants tomatoes. So I now need to first trade my zucchini with someone who will give me tomatoes, so then I can go to the doctor and give him or her tomatoes so I can see the doctor. All right. Next, we have the definition of money, and we have 2 types of money that we're going to be talking about: commodity money and fiat money. Well, the definition of money. Money is anything that is generally accepted as payment for goods and services. So money is not the same as wealth or income. Wealth is the total collection of assets. Income is a flow of earnings per unit of time. So money is what I can go and take to the store today and purchase something. All right, well, maybe I am wealthy because I have a lot of assets such as real estate. Well, I can't take that real estate to the store to go and buy goods and services. And now we have 2 types of money. We have commodity money and fiat money. Commodity money is something that performs the function of money and also has intrinsic value. Things like gold, silver, cigarettes. A lot of times, during wars or things like that, cigarettes can be easily traded because people actually want these cigarettes, or people want jewelry made out of gold and silver. It has something intrinsic attached to it. Whereas fiat money does not have this intrinsic value. This is paper money, all right? Well, it's only worth me going to buy other goods and services, all right? I don't get any other value out of this. Coins and digital currency, these are all different than things that do contain intrinsic value. Gold, silver, cigarettes. Fiat money is what we use today, okay, at stores. All right. And there are three functions of money. We have a medium of exchange. This just means that money is accepted everywhere. We can easily go onto Amazon.com and order binders for a certain amount of money. All right, there's no complications of the barter system. Everyone is accepting this money. It is also, or money also functions as a unit of account, which essentially means it's a measure of value. So money measures the value of all goods and services. Money acts as a measurement of value. We know what the going rate for tutoring is, or the going rate for babysitting. All right. You would know, okay, what is the difference between a $500 car versus a $50,000 car? That gives you a sense of what is this worth, all right? Well, the $50,000 car is probably new and works really well, where the $500 car is just something to get around in, all right? Or the example that Clifford puts here, one goat could be equal to $50, which equals 5 chickens. Or now, if I only want one chicken, I would know that I could just pay $10 for that chicken instead of slicing my goat into fifths. And lastly, money functions as a store of value. Money allows you to store purchasing power for the future. I make money being a school teacher, and I store it in my checking and savings accounts, all right, and those earn interest. Well, what if I got paid in meals or food? Well, that's not easily storable, so I don't think I would necessarily want to get paid in meals or food. So that is the third function of money. Clifford has posted a slide for us. This is a very big stone, almost as big as him, and this was a giant stone disc. This was actually used as money on the Yap Islands. Some discs were 12 feet wide. Well, that just doesn't seem very easy. It doesn't seem very easy for me to go and take that big coin to the store. That's why our money is paper, it's electronic. It's very easy to go take our money to the store or to the hair salon. All right. Well, what backs the money supply? We no longer use the gold standard, and either does any country. We stopped using the gold standard under Nixon in 1971. All right, so money's value no longer comes from a gold backing. It comes from the collective belief that it's valuable. We have all decided, We have all decided that this money is valuable and we want it. Well, what makes this effective? Well, it's generally accepted. Buyers and sellers have confidence that it is legal tender. You know, when you pay sometimes with a $100 bill, you'll notice that the person at the register checks to make sure that it's not counterfeit. It's scarce. Money must not easily be reproduced. Our money is very hard in the United States to reproduce. And it must be portable and dividable, unlike that huge Yap disc that you just saw Clifford standing by. All right. The purchase powering of money is the amount of goods and services a unit of money can buy. Inflation decreases purchasing power, and hyperinflation decreases acceptability. Maybe people no longer are going to accept this money due to accelerating inflation. Okay, next we classify money in two different ways, and it's essentially classified by liquidity. Remember, the most liquid money is the money that you can spend and get your hands on right now. And then it keeps getting less and less liquid, such as maybe your home, right? That is hard to go and sell your house to have that money. So we say that that is a less liquid asset. Well, here we only have two classifications. So if anything is not an M1 or M2, we say that it is not counted. M1 has the highest liquidity. This is the currency that is in circulation, the physical currency that is in circulation. This is your checking account. I can go and use my checking debit card, right, to go and buy some groceries today. And then you have traveler's checks, which are becoming less and less common. M2, we call these near monies, and these are less liquid. M2 contains M1 plus the following. We have savings deposits. This is money in market accounts. We have time deposits, CDs, also called certificates of deposits. You cannot just go and get your money anytime you want. There is usually a time put to that. And usually those accounts have higher interest than the accounts that we would classify as M1. And then number 3, money market funds. M1 and M2 money often earn little to no interest, so the opportunity of holding money is the interest you could be earning. You should be having this in something that can earn interest. Again, if either of the two are earning more interest, it would be M2. And now there are a couple of multiple choice questions that I want you to go through and practice. Thank you and goodbye. Okay, I just want to say one last thing. Things that are not mentioned in M1 and M2 are not counted. So some things that are not counted, a $20 gift card, $40,000 equity in real estate, $50,000 in Amazon stock, international currency would not be counted if we were talking about the U.S. money supply. It is counted in whatever country that is in their money supply. Thank you. Now I'm finished.